So I'm going to take a break from the usual, talking about my dull, miserable, boring life, and talk to you about my neighbours. I don't know if I've mentioned it in a previous blog, but my neighbours are probably some of the worst ever. In that they argue at least once a week, at least. And when I say argue, I mean they scream at each other at the top of their voices, and slam the doors in the house. Like, I think every single door in the house gets slammed during an argument next door. They scream, then one of them will usually storm off in the car, but before they do that they have to go in and out of the house 5 times for something, slamming the door each time. And they slam the car door and they drive off, usually with the other person left behind, screaming down the road after them, long after they've disappeared. They're insane, alcoholic drug abusers, I believe. Well, we know they're alcohol abusers. Just put this into perspective for you. Our recycling was collected this week on Tuesday. It's now Sunday and their box is overflowing with discarded wine bottles and booze bottles. So this morning I woke up to the sound of my wife ranting and raving and stomping around the bedroom like a man possessed, or a woman possessed, sorry. And I assumed she'd been up for a while. And she was stomping around, shouting, it's 5:45 in the morning! For fuck's sake, I'm sick of this, etc. And she has every right to be mad because it's Sunday, it was 5:45 in the morning, and she'd been woken up by shouting next door. Anyway, the usual thing played out. They were slamming the door, my wife was ranting and raving at the same time, so now I was fully awake. And after a while, the door slammed, and one of them stormed off in the car, the usual thing. But then the woman of the household was heard screaming again, at like half an hour later. But as far as we know, he hadn't come back yet. So we assumed that she had called him. It's like, where is he, the bastard? I want to shout at him some more. So she gave him a call to scream at him down the phone some more. And at this point, I was downstairs in the kitchen making my wife a cup of tea to help her wake up, because she can't sleep once she's been woken up. So she appeared in the kitchen and did an impression of the world's angriest talking clock. That thing you call up at the third stroke, the time sponsored by Accurist, blah blah blah. She came into the kitchen, opened the back door, and slammed it as hard as she could 4 times, like bang, 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 and then she went, it's 6:20 in the fucking morning! Just imagine calling up the talking clock and it doing that. At the 4th slam, the time, sponsored by Accurist, will be 6:20 in the fucking morning. Oh, Christ. But, yeah. So they were pretty fucking loud this morning. So now I'm wide awake. I've had about 2 hours sleep because the wife's been ranting and raving, and so I made her a cup of tea to help her cool down. I did actually get some more sleep. I went back to bed. She played on the computer on The Sims to cool down. But I'm on the way to get her some breakfast now. But the thing is, they don't sleep or work or anything, so I think they just drop at some point during the day in their house. So I know that I've now got to look forward to a day of doing everything as loud as possible to get back to me and the wife in the house. Do you want a cup of tea? Yes! I would love a cup of tea. I'm going to slam the door to emphasise how much I would love a cup of tea. So I'm going to have a sore throat later. But right now I'm going out to get breakfast, waffles and beans, because I've felt pretty rotten so far this weekend. It's a 3-day weekend, and I started it early when I threw up at work and had to come home. And I felt rotten yesterday morning, and now I'm talking to my camera in the car, and now I have to wait for all these slow fuckers out for a leisurely Sunday drive. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you a story rather than rambling about my life. And now everyone's going to think I'm talking to myself. I don't really care anymore, because I am talking to myself, for now. But in a few hours' time, when this is uploaded, I'll be talking to all 7 of you. So leave a comment in the description. No, don't do that. You can't do that. You'll break the website. Leave a comment below the description. Rate, comment, subscribe, share, and all that jazz. And let me know your stories about nasty neighbours, pardon me, and your experiences with loudness. And let me know what we can do throughout the day to be properly loud and fuck them off no end. Until next time, I'm Urby, and I would love a fucking cup of tea. That's my day planned. Just making the loudest cup of tea ever.